Hey.
All right. Hey, everybody. We are fresh home from the theater
Ooh, yes, Lord.
from seeing Scream 6. And I must say, I'm impressed.
Okay, Ghostface took a bite of the Big Apple and said, "Here, bitch,
Man,
hold my beer." Part 5.
please hold it. You thought you was you thought you was finished? Hold on.
Y'all thought we
Let's
was finished.
wait. I was like, what in the hell? Oh,
I
just
feel like this was a big like fuck you to like the people who hated Scream 5, like Radio Silence, like sat back and took all that criticism. Like, okay,
yep.
okay,
Yep.
fuck
Yep.
you. We don't like don't tell me how to make a Scream movie. I'm gonna show you how to make a Scream movie.
Right, right. Whew. Man, so how we gonna talk about this movie and not spoil it?
I think we should just talk about how it made us feel
Yeah.
and just, some good improvements without going into the story.
Yep.
Yeah, like they took all of the online criticism
Hmm.
and
They
really was like,
turned
okay, yeah,
they
we're gonna
they
turn
did
it
a very good job with addressing every single elephant.
every
Check. It's
single
like they
one.
had a checklist of like, all right, they're gonna ask about this.
Yep.
I'm I'm personally impressed that they pulled this off a year later after Scream 5. I'm
I
very
have to
impressed.
eat everything that I said about Melissa Barrera and her
Hmm.
acting abilities because that girl, I
Hmm.
see why she got hired. I see why she's the lead now. I
Hmm.
see why she's a final girl. When I
Hmm.
say badass,
Yep.
badass, like she is
Hmm.
Sydney.
Hmm. Yep.
I get why they were okay with going forward without her
Yeah.
because even though Sydney was a missed, clearly,
Yeah.
the way they handled it and addressed it and continued to push forward,
Hmm.
I'm with it. And I feel like this is what Halloween 2018 sequel should have been.
Right. And I was actually surprised that, we have a traditional Scream movie
Yes.
without Dewey,
Yes.
without Sydney, and honestly, very minimal Gale too.
Very little Gail, though her role was so great. Like
Hmm.
I love Gail. Um, and I'm happy with how her character was handled this time around.
I am too. I
I
am
am.
too. Listen, I had a big thing with like what my predictions were, and it exceeded that. It exceeded
Yes.
all of my expectations, all of my predictions, and I'm here for 7. Like I'm like, okay, time
I'm so ready
ticking.
for 7. Like I get why they said like they already greenlit 7
Yeah,
because
like
it's
the clock is ticking, bitch. Tick
yeah,
tick.
like
I'm
it
ready.
really was a really good movie. I
Hmm.
loved all of the characters for
Hmm.
once, except for
Yep.
maybe like 2. There are about 2 that I really didn't care for,
Hmm.
but as far as like the core 4,
Yeah.
amazing.
Way
They
to
were fleshed
expand
out.
on that. That was
Expanding.
great expanded on that because I wasn't sold by them in the last movie.
No, I wasn't either.
Because I was like, who is
Um,
all these people, all these new characters they trying to introduce? I don't like it. I just don't like it.
and even though I am still not like the biggest Mindy fan, I can respect the character now moving, I respect the character in this movie and what she brought to the movie. Like they
Hmm.
gave her a little bit more to do, her
Hmm.
and Chad actually.
Yeah.
And Tara. It was nice to see Tara's character expanded because the last movie she was just like the victim in the hospital.
She was very helpless.
You
Very
know,
helpless.
I love in
And
this movie she's an actual person,
hmm.
and to see
Hmm.
her and Sam interact because we didn't get that because they have been so distant.
Yeah.
But like I feel like Scream 7 is that dude you've been talking to for a while and he tells you all the freaky shit that he's gonna do to you, and then he shows up and you like, oh shit, you was for real?
Yeah. Like
Hold on, wait. I thought we was just talking. I didn't know it was like that.
for real. Oh man.
But it was, oh my God, it was so much tension. Like seeing you sit up in your seat and then I'm
Yes.
just
Oh
rocking
my
back and
gosh.
forth.
I'm just like, oh my gosh. And I will listen. Crown, the crown is going to you, Shanice, because you figured it out. I'm like, you are a genius. You need to write a movie or
You know
something.
what? I don't feel like it's because I'm a genius. I just
You're
this
very
is
observant.
this is trauma. It's
Yep.
trauma. Like you're just very observant about what people do and say. That's
Yep.
all. But
You
I will
got a
say,
great attention to detail.
yes, where last time it was so obvious and so in your face, I had to really like pay attention.
Yeah.
And I got it about 3/4 of the movie. I got to like the right before the final act was when I was like, this is what I think it is. And
Mm-hmm.
I got most of it right. I'm still not sold on one of the situations, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad that I did get it right because I thought I was just spitballing for a second. But I was like,
Yeah.
nah, this don't sound like this, and this sound like this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself too. And this is
You
the
a
first
girl.
Scream that I've
Yeah.
ever seen in a theater.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that was exciting for me. But yeah,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this one. Like I said, I just feel like they were like, okay, bitches, hold my beer. Like Radio Silence are like the kings of the requels now. Like
Yeah.
this is, if they're gonna do another Nightmare on Elm Street, this is who I want to do it.
I can be okay with that. I can
Yes,
be okay with Nightmare on Elm Street being in their hands. I
yes.
can. I
They
can.
have proven themselves
Yep.
very worthy of a Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson production.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a smash. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to re-rank. Now I'm
Yeah.
gonna go see it one more time, of course, before we
Yep.
do a spoiler review. But yeah, like this is some, like they got knee deep in some shit. But I appreciate that the common theme
Mm-hmm.
was the same as any Scream movie.
Yeah. And it wasn't too far fetched.
No,
The kills weren't that far fetched. The situations that the characters were in wasn't far fetched. And when you get to the ending, you're like, oh, this
yes,
movie makes it has us interactive
this
with.
gave us a motive that everyone can identify with. I said they
Mm-hmm.
kept the common theming the same. They kind of veered off course with 5 with your motive and your theme. They kept the theming very tight. The writing was tight. The
Mm-hmm.
dialogue was tight. The interactions, like seeing Melissa Barrera as Sam, like with the highs and the lows and the feelings that she was going through, that was
Mm-hmm.
a treat. And the kills, the most savage,
Yes.
brutal kills we've seen in a Scream franchise, period.
Like
Period.
it earned that R rating for sure.
Everything that you've heard about how brutal this was is absolutely true. I'm also glad that I went like completely social media dead for the past week because I
Yeah.
didn't want any spoilers, and I'm
Yep.
glad that I did. Like I went into it with a fresh perspective. But yeah, Ghostface is the king of New York. I'm saying
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
handled Ghostface in New York so well.
Oh yeah.
I want to see Ghostface in other cities now because like if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere.
I know. That's the crazy part because usually this doesn't happen.
No. And I didn't miss Woodsboro at all. Like I bought into the whole New York thing.
Yep. Yep. They did a good job really pulling us in slowly, but giving us little breadcrumbs to
Yes.
follow. So it's like, okay, we go ahead. All right, we gotta go. Like this movie, they did a good. The writing was very solid on this.
Like the opening alone
Mm-hmm. The opening was
deserved it.
longer too. It was
It
a
was
little bit longer.
there. It was definitely longer, but
Mm-hmm.
it was the most unexpected opening.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect the opening at all.
Nope. I thought it was like a stab movie. I was like, is this another stab movie within a
Every,
movie?
every,
Like, are we doing this again?
everything you know about a Scream movie is relevant and irrelevant at the same time
Yep.
with this one.
Yep.
The formula, there is a formula, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not the formula you're used to.
They reworked that formula. They have retooled it.
I have
Absolutely.
to give my hats off to this movie, this team, the production, the special effects, and the writing staff, because to have your lead character drop out because of payment issues and you have to literally start from scratch and you come up with this is impressive.
Yep, that's basically what they did, because Sydney has always been that anchor.
Yes, and
She's
she
always
was
been the anchor.
I personally didn't miss her.
Nope. I mean, I was okay. I was fully okay with not seeing her.
No.
I'm glad they didn't try to pull like a thing at the end where she shows up at the end. Like, nope. I'm glad she was where she was at, and we moved right along swiftly. Like, she ain't coming back. Boom, let's go.
It's disappointing because she deserves all the money in the world for that franchise. She built a franchise. So I'm still disappointed that that's why she's not there, is because of the money situation. But at the same time, did I feel like it was missing from the story? Absolutely not. Dewey not being there, still painful, but did I feel like he needed to be? Absolutely not. Gail being there was a treat, but she didn't really even need to be there, to be honest. The story was just that good.
Yep. If she, you know, it was just good. If you had to give it a rating,
I'm definitely
just a fresh out of the theater reaction.
Fresh out of the theater, I'm giving this an 8.
Okay.
Fresh out of the theater, I just feel like it has so much legs to stand on that they built themselves from scratch. And I was really impressed with Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega. I was really impressed with them as the Carpenter sisters. And yeah, I'm glad where we are. And I'm even more paranoid about 7 because I just want them to stick the landing.
Yeah, because how likely are you very confident that they can pull 7 off? Like, what
if they already
they go with 7?
If they already have the story set, I'm confident, because it's when you start changing shit, sometimes that shit gets fucked up. I feel like, and we'll get more into it in the spoiler review, but I feel like because there are still certain things that weren't addressed, I'm hoping that's the direction that we're going in.
They left a lot of open ends of like, okay, we'll get to that. We'll put a pin in that. Circle back around to it.
Whereas, like, usually, like with every Scream movie until this new trilogy, of course, it's kind of like cut and dry. Like, this is the end of the story. This is the end of the story. This is the end of the story. Between 5 and this one, you can see, okay, we're slowly building to something.
Yep. Something bigger. There's something bigger they have in mind, which I was impressed because this one was big. It was a little big, you know. It was a little big. So I'm like, okay.
The kills alone were just like, if you're a person that likes to see everything, you're getting your steak and potatoes with this one. You're not getting cutaways. You're seeing the nitty gritty, and you are wincing in your seat, and you're like, so many times I was just like, from sheer horror and glee, like, just, am I really seeing this on screen? Uncut? Like, could you imagine what the uncut would be if this is the cut that we got theatrically?
Ooh, I cannot wait to see the uncut.
Yes.
What did they cut out? What was they like? You know what? Let's take this one out.
But yeah, seeing Sam and Tara in the big city, navigating college, dealing with the events from dealing and not dealing with what happened in part 5. I mean, that's pretty much your story. Like, it's that's not a secret. Do you know what I mean? It's just the details and nuances that we'll really get into. But as far as my fresh opinion of it, go see it. I want you guys to go see it so we can talk about it, because it's definitely a movie that people will be talking about it. If you can avoid the spoilers, it will make it more enjoyable for you if you don't know everything that's happening. And the spoilers that I did come across in the past few months, I would say about like 30% of them were right and the other 70 were wrong.
Okay.
You know, the opening definitely wasn't spoiled. Like, I didn't see anything about that opening.
Yes, like nothing I feel like they strategically did the trailer very well as well.
Yeah, you get nothing from the trailer except for the only continuity that you're really getting from that trailer is the shrine.
That's it.
You know, that's not really a secret either. Everybody knows about the shrine. That is what you're really getting. Like most of everything that you saw, they probably got an extra like 2 or 3 minutes of that. But the shrine is probably the most effective part of the trailer. But everything else that everybody thought was wrong. And I love that. There's been a long time since a movie was able to escape people calling things out from the trailer or the bits and pieces online. You're wrong. Right. What you think you know, you're wrong. If you haven't gotten it from a credible source, or if you're not actively searching for spoilers, you're wrong. Yep. So just go see it.
Yep. I can't wait till we talk about it in our spoiler filled, because I got some predictions of how they might move going forward.
Me too. And I know we're taking this week-long hiatus. And I'm just burning to talk about this, but no, it was a fun time. I haven't had that much fun in a horror movie in a very long time.
Yes. Especially
and for it to be like a requel sequel.
Yes, like they rewrote some shit. They rewrote some shit. Like I feel like, you know, with the original Scream, Wes Craven, Kevin Williamson, they got the recipe. They had the recipe, like the Colonel Special. They got it. But this one, these fools, they did their homework on the recipe.
This is what happens when the students become the teachers. These are real Scream fans.
Yes, they are.
Not just for the paycheck, not just because they got the IP. You can tell this is something they've dreamed about, which I love. That so much of that is incorporated in this movie.
Yep, their heart is definitely in it.
Yes, you can see it. You can tell. I love how they were calling out things that people have said about Part 5.
Yep.
I love that. They were just rubbing they got so meta to the point where it's now not corny. I feel like they reinvented meta.
Yeah.
With this movie. Like all the shit's like, oh, they're gonna be so obvious about blah blah. No, they reinvented meta in a way that us as the OGs can appreciate and that the new school can appreciate. And I love that. I feel like this movie is going to bridge the gap between the original Scream fans and the new Scream fans. And that's a beautiful thing.
That's a good thing. They did it in a good way. Because, you know, this is the year, I feel like this is the year of remakes, reboots, reimaginings of classics, you know, that are near and dear to our heart. And we're harsh on those movies, as we should be. You know, we're harsh on those. We guard those classics because don't mess up a good thing. You know,
I just feel like it was just so nice seeing that mom with her daughters. Because like she had to be around our age, and it's kind of like, yeah, you're passing that baton down, and what a way to do it with such a good Scream film. We've seen how to do it wrong. Right, and they did it so right. I love good characters, and it was a lot of characters, and no, we didn't get a 20-minute montage with each one. But you got enough of them that you understood where their position was and where they were coming from.
Yep. And the character development was not bad either.
Like I said, there were only about maybe about 3 characters that I was just like,
Yeah, but they were throwing characters.
The rest of them pretty solid. Even some of the newer characters are pretty fucking solid. Like I said, I don't feel like I'm a genius. I just feel like they were just when you know
you got a good attention to detail.
Yeah, when you know your Scream formula and you listen to dialogue, I put it together. So if you're the type of person where you can listen to dialogue and be very observant, then you'll probably get it. But it was very close for flying over my head. I will say that.
Yeah, I was just along for the ride. You know,
if I hadn't heard,
right? Because I was trying to predict. I'm like, it's him. I don't trust him. I don't trust them. I don't trust her. You know, I'm pointing the finger at everybody. All y'all bitches is the killer.
I feel like if I hadn't heard like this one specific line, I wouldn't have got it. It was one line of dialogue that made me have the light bulb moment, and if they hadn't done that, I wouldn't have got it.
Okay.
But I love the Carpenter sisters. They are some badasses.
Yeah. I mean,
I would go to a bar with them any day.
Yeah. They done been through some shit.
They handle their business.
They handle it. Okay. They are hard to kill.
And they gave Chad the ultimate glow up.
Yeah, they did.
In this movie.
I like when writers tell us, like, he's hot now, guys. He's hot. Look at him. He's hot.
Because he was not that in the last movie.
He was kind of a dick in the last one.
Like, he was so boring and uninspired. Like,
throwaway. I thought he was just a throwaway character.
Yes, but they glowed him. They gave him some real character development, honey.
Yeah.
And they gave us some real good eye candy in this movie too. Quite a few of the guys were very tasty, giving you the throwback Scream vibes, where there's some dudes you can look at and be like, "Ooh, yes."
Right. Yep. It's all right. I was like, okay, I see you.
They brought back Kirby Reed, and they did a fantastic job, like gelling her into this new universe.
Yep. Without overdoing it.
She fits so
perfectly. Sprinkled her in there just here. Like, okay, she survived.
No, they literally, and they kept her personality, which was great.
Yep.
Still the same Kirby, just older.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. I can't say enough good things about the movie without going too deep. So y'all gonna have to just come back.
Yep.
If you want the real tea. But Ghostface was like, bitch, hold your edges. You know it's real when you really are paranoid walking into your own house. Like, I really had to pause to get out of the car.
Right.
I'm looking around because
yes. I'm like, let me not play around in the car.
I live in the sticks, so like there's too much shit to hide behind around here. But no, I thought it was great. It was definitely worth the wait. I definitely think it lived up to the hype. I definitely think that they have the lightning in the bottle now. What are they going to do with it moving forward?
Yeah. I hope they continue the momentum, continue it, because y'all got the baton. Let's see what they do.
Yes, this is very rare.
Very, very rare. Yes. So yeah. In the meantime, between time, go see the movie. Like we said, go see it twice. This is a movie I will sit through 2 hours again.
Yes. Oh no, I'm copping this one. This one got to go into the collection.
Yeah, gladly. Gladly. I'm like, now I'm thinking like, do I want to get this other Ghostface merch? Because now I'm thinking about it like, okay, maybe the popcorn bucket ain't enough. Maybe I need to get the little plushie. Maybe I need to get the,
they were really, really smart with this one. Like,
they
were really, really smart
with that merch. They gonna get it because it was good. And I've already I just looked on TikTok and I saw somebody else, a bigger creator, did a spoiler-free review, and he said it was good too. So I'm like, oh yeah. So all of us horror fans can unite and like we're kind of on the same page. Like, this is not bad. I'm waiting to see who. I like to see both sides of things. So I'm waiting to see somebody who doesn't like it. I want to hear what they got to say. Like, let me hear you out.
I am waiting for the Reddit shit posting because I feel like they made this movie because the first one was like, the toxic fandom, which is exactly what happened after the movie came out. And I feel like now they're like, what you got to say now?
Yeah.
This is definitely the equivalent of whooping your bully's ass.
Yes.
They got to win with this one. I'm from now on, when they drop something, I'm there.
Oh yeah, I'm following them. That production company, the writers, the directors, all of them. They're on my list of like, I can get behind I can get behind their projects for sure.
Jenna Ortega is a star. Melissa
She
Barrera
is so beautiful. Like, she is so cute. I was like, look at her. She is just so cute.
Melissa Barrera, I get it. I eat my words. I apologize. I am not a woman that's too big to say I was wrong. That first movie, I don't know what notes they were giving you, but you definitely had better range than you had in Part 5.
She definitely had a glow up. Looked like she I don't know. She looked a little different too. She looked like she got a little stronger, like she was working out maybe a little bit. Like, her face looked more full, it's like she didn't look all frail, like, no, she looked like she like the character. She's been through some shit and she
Even
survived.
even Mindy, though I'm still not the biggest fan of her character, I still liked her character better in this movie than the last one. I like the hair.
Mm-hmm.
I love the hair. It was working for her.
Oh yeah.
You know, I love the fact that she's still explaining the rules.
Yes, and I mean her rules got even better too.
They got better. They expanded, and the fact that she is one of us makes it that much better. I mean, at the end of the day, it's nice to see a Black woman be the forefront of the common sense.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
absolutely, and I keep forgetting that that's Randy's niece and nephew. So I keep forgetting that. So it's like, damn, I forgot they introduced that. Like I can appreciate 5 a lot more now for what the segue that they created, because
the setup was great for this.
They set us up great for this.
Yeah.
And I take back what I said too. I really do. It was like the franchise just gets better. -3. 3 is the blemish. It's a little blemish, but
the fact they threw that in there too. Like they touched on so many of the things from the past so effortlessly.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It wasn't shoved in your face. It wasn't shoehorned in. It flowed. It was so effortless. And I'm sorry, I just feel like them bringing back Kirby was the best decision they could have made for this script, because it was a bridge that was needed.
Oh yeah, because Kirby was from 4, right?
Yes,
it was 4. Yep. So they had just a little, bridging from each movie.
Yes, that's my character MVP for the movie is Kirby. Oh, definitely used very well. Not too much, not too little. Made sense.
Yep.
I love where we're going. I just want them to stay there. And I hope that the cast and everyone involved in this movie is riding this high. I hope they're receiving the love from people like us and not hearing the hate from people like others.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I know, we're small time. Like we're not, but hopefully the people like us reach them more than
yes. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we ain't gonna hold y'all too long.
It's late, baby.
Movie. We are tired because that movie was a full 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm tired, boss.
With 20 minutes, 25 minutes of previews. Mama's tired. So
I've been up since 7:30 yesterday. So
yeah. So we about to head on out, but go see it. Join us in 2 weeks.
I'm gonna give you guys a date. Hold on. Hello. So join us Monday, March 20th.
Yep.
We will be back with our spoiler review. We really want to give you guys the opportunity to see it, because as much as we love to talk about things, this is about y'all. We're doing this, for the people that love things the way we love things, and we want you guys to always be included.
Yep, because we might miss something. When we see it again, we might have missed something.
Yeah, so first impressions is a bitch.
Yeah, because we just riding the high of like, oh my gosh, we seen it for the first time. But now it's like, all right, now I can zoom in, like, look at that shit over there.
But I promise you that corner store bodega scene alone is a reason to go watch the movie. Even if you don't want to see anything else, that scene alone, even though we know that scene, we saw it in the trailer, you've heard the spoilers about it, you saw the pictures from the set.
Yep.
You still don't know what's happening in that scene.
Yep. Because that was still in the beginning. Because I was surprised. I'm like, damn, they're doing a bodega right now.
There is still more to that scene that will have you like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And before we go, I will say, apart from Billy and Stu, best killers of the franchise, hands down.
You think so?
Yes. With execution, this is not dumb Ghostface. This is not Ghostface that's getting, knocking over shit and not having a good plan and peace. No, this Ghostface is calculated. They're cold.
Yeah. They was taking some hits though to the face.
This Ghostface don't give a damn.
He was taking hits.
This Ghostface has a goddamn plan and knows what to do. When the trailer said they haven't had one like me before, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Because I've never seen so much brutality in a Scream movie. Like
Yeah.
this is the Scream movie where it's like it's not fun, it's serious.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't a lot of funny moments in there. Like
no
here and there, but it was very minimal.
It's very serious. This is life or death, and they made it very known. So kudos all the way around.
We should have did a slow clap at the end.
I know the little girl in me is like squealing because this is the same feeling I had when I saw 1.
Yeah, I would compare it to like the opening of 1. Yeah. How kind of brutal that was to us.
Yes,
this one takes it up a whole level.
Yes, so, like just the feeling of this is something I've never seen before, and I love it, and I want more of it. That's the feeling that I have. So it's making something old new again. Like, good fucking job.
Yep. So
yeah, let's go ahead and get on out of here.
All right. Love you, girl.
Love you too. Thank you guys so much for watching. Join us March 20th, full spoiler review. So get some snacks, get some wine, grab a friend.
We're probably gonna be here for like 2 hours.
Yeah, you're gonna be here for a minute. I promise you. And hopefully, like I said, we'll be up and running on YouTube soon enough, so you won't have to be stuck on your Facebook. But yeah, just get ready, put it on in the background, do some dishes, girl. Like you'll be all right.
Right. All right, we're gonna end this here.
All right, bye guys.